Is any more out?
No.
Go count how many
The
are
chickens and the rooster, I guess.
4, 5,
I think
6.
that's the
There's
rooster.
7.
There's 7 in there?
Yeah.
Go look. Go count. Make sure.
Yes, there are.
Where are they finding food at?
Ew, oh, that's chicken food, so they eat that stuff.
That's not chicken food.
That's chicken food?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Oh, be
it is.
careful, man.
It's gonna make them bite me. Got some fries and cookies and meatballs. Woohoo! Brought this piece of bread home. I figured chickens might like it. Tonight, they don't know what to do with it. Like I think I eat it. Little machine gun. Yeah, they scared Rachel, I think her name is. All the chickens. She tell them, get away from my bread. She turns back. They go for it. And she like. That's a rooster. Rooster like, hey. He's still scared of her, but he's a little bit more brave than the other chicken. He's like, wait a minute. Yeah, they serve subs today at work. Can't guard all of them. Well, they're eating it though. The rest of them get some pecks at it. Turned her back, they attacked it. Like, try to eat that bread before Rachel gets it. Little bit. There's a chicken and broccoli they told me to try from Johnston. It's a lot smaller than the other chicken and broccoli I get from the other place, so I'm not gonna order no more. Plus, they don't have snow peas. I don't know what these are. I don't know if you see them. I can see my reflection real good, but they're these little. I think they're wasps. I get one. Can't really tell what they are till they land. At least I can't. I got my old man eyes. But I thought they were hornets. It wasn't supposed to rain today. But clouds say different, and I'm getting little sprinkles. And we're trying this thing. Yeah, I went to get chickens the other day. You can see the rain coming down a little bit. It says it's 17. Well, that's wild. It don't look like that in my eyes. It looks like it's flickering, but it's not. It's got 17 pounds of pressure in it. It said it had 9.5. So we plugged it. We plugged it with the plugs, but I didn't cut it off. So I don't know if that made a difference. But tire place, they packed it for $30. And I bought the tires, they rotate them, but I didn't buy them from them, so they're not going to rotate them. So they was wanting to charge $20 or $10 to rotate that one in the back. But I said, well, this car's on its last leg. So I said, well, just fix it for $30. And I'm going to get up there. And he said, well, if we get a bunch of customers, you know, we won't be there. So hopefully I'll be able to get it fixed. And it's got 18 pounds pressure in it now, so I'm gonna go to 36 and hopefully I can drive 15 miles to get it patched. But this car, it's a Nissan Rogue, and you know, I wanted to get cars, but see how the kids are scratching them all up? I think the grandkids did that. I got scratches all over my door. So it's not worth thinking about buying cars and fixing them. But I'm gonna just go ride this until it dies. This is like my let son learn how to drive a car. But I had to put $500 something in tires, and then the compressor and the right CV joint bay, that's $702. But I took it to the place. I said, hey, how much is a quart of transmission fluid? Oh yeah, the sky's pretty and cloudy at the same time. I said, how much is 19 pounds? So whenever this thing fills up and the battery don't die. I thought it was a crazy idea, my son buying this thing, but it's like, hey son, you help me pump my tire up? And he gave it to me and said, that's the on button. Mash that and it'll start working. And then he said, just make sure you give it back. So now I'm using his stuff because my little tire pump, I have no idea where it is. But anyway, it's crazy. But this is my little end-of-life car. Since I went to the transmission, the Nissan place, and $30 a quart. And I said, well, how much is the drain and fill? And they said, well, if we do that, it's going to cost you $6 or $8 grand for a transmission. I ain't paying that. I only paid $7 something for the car. So I put about 20, got it 118,000. It's got 141. So if I can get 200,000 at 60 more thousand for 7,000, that's what, 82,000 miles for $7 grand. And plus the little stuff I had to put into it. It ain't too bad. You know, 300,000 would be better, but that's probably asking a lot. But hopefully I get the tire fixed today. And I got the mail, letters mailed off. And my daughter said, let's go get a hot dog. But they don't serve hot dogs after 5. The other one, they have like a meat and 3 vegetable plate. And then somebody told me to try out the Chinese place. And that's what I had earlier, the Chinese place in Johnston. 7 something, but no snow peas. And it's probably about 25% lower. And it looked to me, it said almost 4% they charge you if you use credit. But I paid cash. But the difference seemed like it was like 11%. So I don't know what kind of math they're doing. But I'm glad I had a little bit of cash because I saved 11% if I did it right. Might not have, but we're at 22. So as soon as I get, hopefully this thing has some more air in it and I don't have to call nobody. But it had 9 pounds when I started. So I'm gonna get up 36 and then drive over there. Hopefully they'll be able to fix it for $30. My neighbors are hard at work clearing that land over there. Wish I had more land, but you know, then it costs more in taxes. And then what would your family do? They'd probably sell it. You know, nobody wants to hold on to anything. I feel like Yellowstone. Yeah, it's only 85 degrees right now. I turned the air down. It's only 85 degrees right now. Woo, it's hot. So I was out in the sun waiting on this tire to pump up. So I'm setting my car and my phone's got really hot. So it's acting weird. So I got to keep from getting my phone real hot. So we're fixing to go up here and see if they can patch my tire. So I'm being productive instead of sitting around lazy. Even though I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, I said I ain't got to go to work. Why am I getting up so early? And I slept till about 9. So I slept 5 hours longer than I would have slept. But I feel pretty good. I ate 2 chicken and broccolis, a regular small, and then like a baby small from the other place. I got 1 more, so I'm gonna have to go stock up on my chicken and broccoli. Yeah, man, enjoying life, living the dream. Yeah, it went to 33 and a half. So it went from 9 pounds to 33 and a half. So hopefully that's enough air to make it to the tire place, and hopefully there's no customers that come in all of a sudden and need any help. So we'll see. $30. But it makes the car last a little bit longer. These chickens costing me money. So here we are. It cut off at 33 and a half. I wanted 36, but it's really, really hot. So maybe it's an auto safe feature. Hopefully I didn't burn his little pump up. And I think he got a good deal, but it's normally like $100 and something, I think. But he got it cheaper than that. But he orders everything. So we'll see. So here we go. And it's kind of funny. I finally met somebody. But it didn't work. I met them on Plenty of Fish. And they had some good qualities. And they were okay. But, you know, they were sicker than me. They had some problems. But then they overanalyzed things and then kind of rude my children, even though they didn't say nothing to them, but they kind of said something kind of about them, and then I don't know, you know, nobody's gonna, they say usually once you have real love your first time, and we had our problems, but I love my wife and she passed away, and you know, this lady just had a lot of issues. She was kind of nice, but you know, I probably would have outlived her, and then she would just say all kind of things. I told her I wanted to be friends, and then told me I was like all the other, kind of being mean to me, and I was like, I'll be, you know what, I ain't putting up with that crap, so I just blocked her. You know, she don't want to be friends, she wants to be a whole lot more than that. I got a lot going on with everybody living with me, and don't feel like doing something, and just need my peace, and it ain't worth giving up your peace for a bunch of drama, not at this stage in life. So I prayed about it, met her like 3 days after I prayed, and then I said, well, maybe it's meant to be. And my mom said, well, sometimes the Lord will give you something to realize you don't want that. And I was like, well, you might be right. After they started saying all the crazy stuff. So yeah, Don't need no drama. Chickens, grandkids, kids, that's enough. And then my daughter said, well, why are you up here fussing about I just sat down. So we went, did a little area this morning, and we went to, she told us to go get a hot dog. And we got to the place, they don't serve hot dogs till later. So they had like a meal, and it was really expensive. And I just ate. But I wanted some chicken and broccoli from this little town in Johnston. And it was really little. So I tried it. So that's all I'm going to eat today. What I had earlier, that little meal. And then tomorrow, all I got to do is get chicken and broccoli. And I'd like to get my lawnmower blade fixed. So we'll see. I might work on that today, but we only got about 4 hours of daylight, maybe. And it's kind of hot, so if I do it today, I won't have to do it tomorrow. I just had to put it on there. I can take it off. But if I do all that today, all I gotta do is get chicken and broccoli and then relax tomorrow, or walk, or whatever I want to do. So yeah, I finally got off several times, but after meeting a crazy person, okay, this is what's available. So I don't want no part of that. I'll just eat my chicken and broccoli and just chill out, try to guide my children, and like that song where it's raining men and the woman comes out and all these guys are in it, and some lady parachutes in the yard, say, hey, I'm here for you, or something, maybe. But it's going to have to be drastic. And you know how guys are, they don't know how to take hints or anything, so it had to be really drastic, and she'd have to have her stuff together and not be psycho. So, 28 years, I've had more than a lot of people, so no reason to push it, because I could have come out, a lot of damage done. And I got a lot going on, and I just make YouTube and do that, enjoy that, do things I want to do. If I want to just get up, crack it on, and go on that rail trail. So in the future, I don't know how long in the future, it costs probably $65, I think. I don't know if you pay when you get there, but it's rain or shine. And I want to pay it kind of warm, but not sunburned. So we'll see how that goes. In the future, I'd like to go on this rail car. Might do one in North Carolina and one in Virginia. They got, I think it's like 8 miles, and you get on it and go down to where you're going and have like a, I don't know if they're picnic lunch, you got a little vendor shop, and then you get to film it. You're not covered, so you can film. You're on a railroad, out in the middle of nowhere for 8 miles. So I don't know if you're close to civilization or old railroad that they don't have the trains on anymore, I guess. And it's like an electric thing. And some of them are pretty nice, Like look at Teslas, and my son was riding a bike, and it was kind of keeping up, but he couldn't quite keep up with a little miniature motorcycle. So it had some speed to it. It's a lot more expensive. I think he said it's like $1,000. It could be a whole lot more than that, but so electronic stuff's not too bad. We use it all the time. Our phones, all kind of stuff's electrical and batteries and hard gears and motors like it used to be. But yeah, it's chilling like a million. Got a couple of sun drops, a little bit of sun, so whatever, vitamin D should be good. Strong bones, chicken and broccoli, healthy. So here we go, get this tire fixed. Hopefully we can get the tire fixed. Maybe they'll at least top off there and the rest of the cars. Maybe this. Oh, my tire gauge went off. So it must have dropped below where it said. Now I don't have the tire thing on there, so this is working better than Toyota. Ain't that something? But I ain't Toyota. I'm just saving money. Don't have to get me a car and a roof. So just save money for that and eat my chicken and broccoli. Yeah, I took a picture so I can remember how the bolt goes. you know, and here it is in the seat, so I remember what it looks like, how to bolt those, and the serial number on it. You know, I'm fixing to go in Home Depot and get it, cause. And I looked on the internet, the numbers on it, and Home Depot's got it. But that steakhouse be smelling so good, and this is Lowe's. But Home Depot says they got it, so I'm going Home Depot instead. I ain't even going in the store. It's the end of the day, and the chickens are sleeping. They sleeping. They so tired. And there's just something. There's something about eating a beautiful apple, tasty apple. These are called envy apples. My daughter's growing plants. What is this stuff?
Provider bush bean.
Provider bush beans. All of it bush beans?
Just these. These are ivy.
That's ivy.
This one's not doing. Damn, that one's not doing anything.
The animal got that one, or a bird or something.
No, it's just.
It died. Elf on the shelf, or elf on the coke machine of the turkey. Turkey on the coke machine. See, this is Circle K. The gas is $2.89 right now. Because I'm a member, I got it for $2.84 right now. Save 5 cents a gallon. We got this deal going on. If you buy 4 gallons, you get an entry. So if you do it 4 times, you get an entry for $100,000. You know, if you get 4 gallons of gas. But this gas is $2.84 a gallon. So I'm only gonna get 4 gallons. And that's gonna count. That's gonna count as an entry. See, that counts as an entry right there. For $2.84 a gallon. The gas here, $2.69 a gallon. This is at Sprint. Yeah, it's $2.69 a gallon here. I don't have a rewards card or anything. So it's $2.84 for a chance to win $100,000 with 4 gallons. And it's $2.69 chance to win nothing. But that's like 15 cents different a gallon. Huh. Ain't that something? Yeah, see, I got 8 gallons. 4 times 15.60. So that's $1.20 that I saved by filling up the rest of what I needed. It ain't 100,000, but 100,000 times, and I made the same amount of money. So is it worth paying that money to get the contest, or just go somewhere cheaper? What do you think? Plus, both gas stations, I had to go in and get a receipt because I do fetch rewards, so that was 50 points, 25 per place. So I'm getting my steps in. Had to go get a receipt. So I've got over 1,000 steps today doing the chickens and all that. And I got to go work this weekend, so I'll get a lot then. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Saved $1.20, filling up the rest, so I would have saved 60 more cents. So I'd have saved almost $2 coming here at $2.69 versus $2.84. Almost $2. So you fill up, that's $4 or $5 a week, you know, depending on how much gas I use. So, yeah, $200 something a year. So they got that contest where you fill up 4 gallons at a time at Circle K, chance to win $100,000, 10-point entry. But who's gonna win that? So I don't know. Might be better just to go get gas somewhere, because gas going up some places and the other places cheap. So it's crazy. That's how they get you, and it's not just gas, it's everything. At Good Friday, the prices be different, but it's the same price it was during the year. So be a smart shopper, you know, watch all this stuff, because the chickens will tell you. I'm just kidding about chickens, but you never know. Bark, 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 bark. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But you see these little things flying around? My daughter looked them up, and they're all flying around all my porch, but I don't see the nest, so we got to find the nest. But they're called ball face hornets. So it says call a pest control so you don't get stung, but I can't figure out where the nest is. I sprayed one of the wasp nests. I thought wasps were bad. Now these little boogers, they're attacking the wasp, and then they're probably going to start building a nest, and then they'll get really aggressive. So I don't know where. I went up there. I wonder if it's real bright. I seen one crawling up there, so maybe that's a good indication where they're going. But yeah, they flying around everywhere. Close the door, you're gonna have them hornets in the house.
What?
Yeah, hornets. Yeah, you get stung by one, you realize they hurt.
They're
trying to tell my grandson. Hopefully I won't get stung. But see this right there? I think he's starting a nest right there, so I'm gonna spray him and see if he goes away. And then there's another one right there. They're trying to build nests all around here, and then they get really aggressive. I sprayed them, so hopefully it does some good. We'll see. They're fighting everything. Some trying to get our chickens, some trying to sting us, everything.